For the first time, Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky has expressed publicly unequivocal concern over Donald Trump's suggestion he could end the Russia-Ukraine war within a day if he returns to the White House. Speaking to Britain's Channel 4 News in an interview that aired Friday, the Ukrainian president described the Republican frontrunner's boast as very dangerous on the grounds that Trump has not said what his post-war scenario would look like. Zelensky conceded it was possible Trump's claim was just electioneering, or what he called a political message. But he said the idea that Trump as president might unilaterally make decisions that do not work for Ukraine or its people, and seek to drive them through regardless, makes me really quite stressed. Trump's propensity to make sweeping pronouncements on foreign policy resurfaced in May last year, when he told CNN's Caitlin Collins, "If I'm president, I will have that war settled in one day, 24 hours. Asked how, Trump said he would meet both Zelensky and Russian leader Vladimir Putin, telling Collins they both have weaknesses and they both have strengths, and within 24 hours that war will be settled, that war will be over. Zelensky has generally stayed away from criticizing Trump, preferring not to lean in too heavily to the split between Democrats and Trump-supporting Republicans, who have effectively put a block on further U.S. funding for Kyiv. Ukrainian servicemen fire a partisan small multiple rocket launch system toward Russian troops near a front line, amid Russia's attack on Ukraine, in Zaporizhzhia region, Ukraine, July 13, 2023. Reuters/Stringer. Ukrainian servicemen fire a partisan small multiple rocket launch system toward Russian troops near a front line, amid Russia's attack on Ukraine, in Zaporizhzhia region, Ukraine, on July 13, 2023. Stringer/Reuters. At Davos earlier this week, responding to a similar question from a journalist, the Ukrainian leader answered rhetorically, wondering how Trump would respond if Putin rolled through Ukraine, in a scenario where Trump removed all U.S. support and began threatening NATO members with invasion. It is widely believed that a Trump victory in November is something Putin would welcome, giving him the opportunity, at a minimum, to hold on to his territorial gains in Ukraine and declare a victory. By contrast, Zelensky continues to insist there can be no peace deal that does not see the removal of all Russian forces from lands they have captured from Ukraine since 2014, including Crimea. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky speaks during the 54th annual meeting of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, January 16, 2024. Reuters/Dennis Balabaus. Related article. Putin's war must not become frozen, Zelensky warns as Ukraine's troops face shortages of weaponry and aid. Ukraine's ability to negotiate toward that result has been significantly weakened, at least in the short term, by the failure of the summer counteroffensive. Even so, the Biden administration and the NATO alliance have repeatedly stressed Ukraine will not be coerced into any agreement with Russia, summed up in the phrase, "Nothing about Ukraine without Ukraine." Offered the chance in the Channel 4 News interview to invite Trump to Ukraine, Zelensky did not hesitate. Turning to address the camera, he said, "Please, Donald Trump, I invite you to Ukraine, to Kyiv. If you can stop the war during 24 hours, I think it will be reason enough to come. Maybe Donald Trump really has some idea, a real idea, and he can share it with me," Zelensky added, returning to face the interviewer.